spins, but Desmond blocks his own player. Tobias with a nice fake. Tobias rises for the three. And Chachilo Diambo jumped into the stands there on the fake by Tobias. And Elisha at the post where he likes to be. Elisha rises up for the mid-range. And the possession awarded to the Ulinzi Warriors. Odiambo rises up for the shot, misses. Jason collects the defensive rebound. Wanje pushes pace for the Dockers. It's a 3-point difference between the two teams. Still a close game in the second quarter. Akoi on Wanje. Wanje finds Buluma to Tobias. Tobias, nice pass to Willie. Willie fouled. Foul assist on Brans Zioka. And the Willie makes his first free throw but misses. Attempts his first free throw rather but misses. Makes good of the second free throw. And the Ulinzi Warriors checking Ali Jasso this first season at the Premier League. Zioka rises up for three, misses completely everything. Now the Dockers on the charge. Buluma. That was a very poor possession by the KPA Dockers. Ali drives all the way. Ali fouled by Lennox Wanje. An aggressive attack by the rookie for the Ulinzi Warriors. He was upgraded from the Snipers last season, who won the Division 1 championship. And now the Ulinzi Warriors felt he is ready for the big stage. Jasso at the charity stripe. What a poorly taken free throw there. Air balls. His first free throw. Perhaps this could be a Kobe Bryant moment in his career at the big stage. He will remember this free throw. I am sure of it. As the KPA Dockers now walk the ball to the front court. Tobias puts up a shot. Tobias sinks the three. And has found himself quite open from the three-point line against the zone defense. Elisha. Oh, what a nice strip by Tobias. But the Warriors still have the ball. Ball to Jasso. Commanding the offense for the Ulinzi Warriors. Jasso drives. Oh, nice kick out to the corner. Rapudo rises for three. What a play by the Ulinzi Warriors. Ali Jasso making the play for the Warriors. Finding Rapudo at the corner three. That was a beautifully executed offense. And Tobias wants to answer back. Finds Kisilu. Kisilu rises up for three. And he cancels out Rapudo's three-point attempt. Ball again to the corner. Elisha tries to answer. But he can't match up to the competition between Rapudo and Kisilu, who have sunk successive three-point shots. Tobias finds Buluma. Kisilu once again. Kisilu with no conscience. And the coach, Michael Pell, furious. Oh, ball to the corner. Rapudo fakes. Rapudo, oh, what a nice layup attempt, but couldn't convert. And the foul is called on Salim Kisilu. Referee is saying he pushed. The referee is saying Kisilu pushed off. And Jason checks out as in comes Spencer Morel for the Dockers. 23-16. Ulinzi well within the sights of the KPA Dockers. Washika misses the free throw. Rapudo picking up Buluma. Wanje against Rapudo. The screen set by Morel. Wanje. The very poor attempt. And Coach Mugabe not wasting time, taking out Wanje. Elisha at the post again, Kisilu. Pass to Ochieng, and Opio called on the foul as he holds Ochieng while he was making his way to the cup. Ball inbounded by the Warriors. Ochieng against Opio. Ball to Jasso. Jasso picked up by Tobias. Uses the screen and is trapped by the KPA Dockers. Tobias on the floor. Tobias as Jasso throws an elbow to Tobias, and Tobias trying to remind the kid from Ulinzi that is the new guy here in the big league. Ali Jasso throwing an elbow to Tobias' face. And Tobias infuriated by the rookie's action. Perhaps this will ignite a fire in Tobias's belly. Kisilu picked up by Elisha. Buluma with Rapudo, and again an unnecessary double foul between Spencer Morel and Washike. Buluma will inbound it for the Dockers. Tobias, picked by Jasso. Tobias loses his defender. Tobias tries to go all the way. Perhaps too selfish there. And Elisha left all alone. Elisha misses on the three-point attempt. Ball to Morel. Morel forces his way. Morel called for a traveling violation. He thought he was fouled, but the travel was called instead. And Elisha checks out. And in comes back Brian Odhiambo for the Ulinzi Warriors. Jasso drives. Kicks out to Ochieng. Ochieng fakes. Ochieng rises for the three, misses. And Kisilu secures the defensive rebound. Opio picked up by Rapudo. Rapudo lost. Ball to Morel. Morel puts the ball up. And a nice dish by Opio to Morel. And it's now a 9-point difference between the two teams. Jasso hoists up a 3-point shot. Perhaps too desperate to cancel out the action. But the Dockers and Buluma just didn't make the right communication with Trevor Opio, leading to a turnover. Number 14, David Kitongo checking in for Jasso. Kitongo with his first touch against Tobias. Washika rises up, same spot, same result. He's been having a lot of success on the jump shots at the free throw line. Tobias uses the screen, ball to Kisilu. Kisilu uses the screen once again. Morel at the post. Morel to Kisilu, fake, Kisilu open. That should have been a double dribble, but he gets away with it. Hoists up a shot, misses. A lot of fracas on the defensive end for the Ulinzi Warriors, and Kisilu with the strip. Nice defensive play by Salim Kisilu as Rapudo was trying to go for the layup or perhaps a dunk. And Jason is in play for the KPA Dockers. Kichongo fakes, drives, ball to Ashike, and a turnover by the Warriors. Opio leading the charge. Opio puts the ball up. Opio fouled. The timeout is called by the KPA Dockers. Seconds left to end the second quarter here. Action has picked up. You have 32 seconds left on the clock to the half. And Trevor Opio at the charity stripe after being fouled on a fast break attempt. Opio's attempt veers off to the right side and he misses the first free throw. Opio misses, but Jason taps it in. And now Warriors trying to answer back. Ochieng passes it out to Rapudo. Rapudo kicks out to Elisha. Elisha to Kitongo. Kitongo to Ocheng. Attempts a 3-point shot. Comes up empty, but he gets his own rebound. Rapudo, the travel call. Again, the pro hop travel. It's a very common type of travel that we see a lot of players still not understanding why it is called. And Coach Mugabe puts Lennox Wanje back in for Martin Buluma. Wanje picked up by Kitongo. Wanje attempts a 3-point shot. Very physical there is Kitongo. Finds Rapudo. Rapudo picked up by Kisilu. And we're not sure if that basket will count because the buzzer just went off. The referees having a discussion on whether the 2 points should count or not. You're still waiting for the confirmation from the referees. And Rapudo gets his 2 points there. The referee said the attempt was good before the final buzzer went off. So it's the first half. KPA leading 27 to Ulinzi 20. We'll see you after the break.
Mic check 1 2. Hello, mic check 1. Hello, mic check 1 2. Hello, mic check 1 2. Hello, mic check 1 2. 2 1 mic. Hello, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Mic check, mic check. Welcome back to the third quarter. Welcome back to the third quarter between the Ulinzi Warriors and the KPA Dockers. Action resumes. Kitongo attempts a three-point shot and flops there. Eleman has checked in for the Dockers. Number 14, Opio within the charge for the Dockers. Tobias uses the screen, double screen. Tobias rises up for the mid-range shot. Odhiambo to Rapudo, back to Odhiambo, tries to answer back, misses, rebound still with the Warriors. Odhiambo to Kitongo, Kitongo drives, and are still there by Trevor Opio. Opio loses it on a turnover. Rapudo finds his way to the paint, twists up a shot, but Jason comes down with the defensive rebound. A very big body in the paint there, Jason, for the KPA Dockers. And the offense is quite too slow for the Dockers. They're taking too much time to execute their offense. Tobias fakes, Tobias right. Oh, Tobias finds Opio in the paint for the assist. Could easily have had that layup. He was being generous, still by Opio. Oh, nice fake, Opio. And Kitongo left frozen for a moment. And the Warriors seem to have lost a bit of focus coming to the third. Rapudo attempts a three-point shot, misses, fight for the rebound. Jason comes down with it and a foul is called on the Warriors. Grant Zioka checks in for Kitongo. Eleman drives deep into the paint, puts up the shot. What a strong and aggressive drive by Eleman to collect his 2 points. So nice pass to Nzioka, but a bit too high. Odhiambo with the turnover and the timeout. Mufutu has seen enough from his team. Eleman there with a strong drive and guides the ball into the cup. (35 to 20) is the score. And Ulinzi is still playing below their potential. Their offense is leaving much to be desired. And I should say the offense for both teams is still not at par with their respective potentials. Action resumes. KPA with the possession. Trevor orchestrating the offense for the Dockers. Opio using the screen by Morel. Opio forces his way into the interior, is blocked. The traveling violation called on Tobias. Buire has checked in for the Warriors. Zioka picked by Eleman. Zioka and is fouled. Chieng has also checked in for the Ulinzi Warriors. Buire at the post against Jason. Buire rejected by Jason. Tobias with the ball now. Tobias, Jason. Tobias finds Jason and is fouled. I know what Tobias was looking for. He was looking for that highlight. And the fans could sense a dunk there. But Ulinzi Warriors were not willing to give the home team yet another highlight. Apio finds Jason. Ball to Eleman. Eleman loses his handle. Now the Warriors have the ball. Chieng picked up by Opio. Chieng floats the ball up, misses, rebound by Spencer Morel. The fight there for the rebound, but Morel had secured it. Tobias loses Rapudo. Tobias rejected by Elisha, and Elisha has some not so kind words for him on that rejection. Eleman left all alone. Eleman sinks the 3-point shot. The Warriors defense leaving much to be desired. Elisha picked up by Morel. Fakes. Elisha turns around, but Morel is up to the task. Nice pass to the interior to Nzioka. Nzioka out to Buire. Buire attempts a long three, misses. Jason comes down with the rebound now. The Dockers have the ball. Tobias leading the charge. This is where the Dockers become very dangerous on transition. Tobias picked up by Rapudo. Rapudo picks up. Tobias loses money and Ochieng, the recipient of the assist from Rapudo. Rapudo picks up Tobias's pocket. He comes up with a steal, yet another steal by Rapudo. A lot of activity by Rapudo, but straight to the hands of Tobias. There was good activity by Rapudo, but unfortunately, he threw the ball back straight to the hands of Tobias. Elisha sizing up Morel. Ball to Ochieng. Derek finds Nzioka at the corner. Nzioka rises. Nzioka misses. Fight for the rebound. Ball tapped up. Tobias on the floor. Rapudo tripped. And Tobias called for the unsportsmanlike foul for tripping Rapudo. Unintentional on Tobias's part. Rapudo will shoot his 2 free throws. Ulinzi will maintain possession after an unsportsmanlike foul assessed on Tobias Odhiambo. Rapudo is good on the first free throw. And KPA with a sizable lead on the Ulinzi Warriors. Rapudo is 2 for 2 from the line on that trip. And a bit of janitorial services from the KPA Dockers to dry up the floor. Ball in to Elisha. Zioka sizes up Element. Zioka loses Element. Zioka. Oh, that was a very poor call by the referee. And Spencer Morel frustrated by the referee. I do not think that that was a foul by any measure because Zioka initiated the contact there. Spencer Morel was in his cylinder. You see there, and Zioka drives. Morel was straight up, and Zioka jumps into Morel. That was a wrong call on in my opinion. But again, once the whistle is blown, there's nothing much you can do. As Zioka misses on the second free throw. Jason brings down the rebound. Buluma has checked in. A screen by Jason. Buluma momentarily loses the handle but gets the ball back. Opio missed the three-point attempt. Now Rapudo to the races. Rapudo puts the ball up. And he lost his balance on the attack. A bit of patience perhaps on Rapudo's part as Spencer Morel comes out, and in comes Salim Kisilu for the KPA Dockers. 4 minutes left to play in the third. Rapudo picked up by Opio. Elisha against Telemann at the post. Elisha finds his way in the interior. Elisha gets his 2 points. But it's still a 14-point gap between the two teams. KPA Dockers with a comfortable lead on the Warriors. Kisilu dribble hand of action. Buluma goes all the way. Buluma uses glass and Buluma gets his 2. Rapudo at the corner with Eleman. Still a lot to be desired from the Ulinzi Warriors offense as Derek sinks a 3-point shot. And now it's down to 11. The Warriors are slowly chipping into the KPA Dockers' lead. And it's interesting now that the KPA Dockers have changed their point guard as Trevor Pio throws the ball straight to the fans there. Quite often we would see Lennox Wanje or Tobias Odhiambo on point guard duties, but now we're seeing Trevor Pio getting a lot of the action at the point. And another reckless turnover by the Ulinzi Warriors. Jason, back-to-back turnovers between these two teams. They could care less about maintaining possession. Both teams just throwing the ball away recklessly. And Churchill Odhiambo checking in for Brands. Brands checks out. Odhiambo checks in. 42-29 the scores with 3 minutes left to play in the third. Elisha at the post against Eleman. A fight there, but they choose to go the opposite direction. Ochieng passes it to Elisha. Mid-range shot. Elisha. Now it's back to 11 points. Eleman picked up by Churchill. Churchill very feisty. Churchill comes up with a steal. Churchill now to Rapudo. Rapudo leading the races. Rapudo all the way. And he feels that he was fouled. But Eleman comes up with a great defensive play there. As Churchill, you can see on the screen on the replay. Rapudo going all the way. But Eleman denying him. Dockers call yet another timeout. See on your screen, Coach Ojuku, who was just retired from coaching the KPA ladies team. He's had his successes in basketball, quite an accomplished coach in Kenyan basketball scene, but now he chose to take a bow. It's time to see what the younger generation of coaches on your screen. Also the coach for the Congo Nets, Tranel Aaron. A lot of coaches here, perhaps a lot of scouting going on. Things to learn, things to pick up. Ball to Ochieng, to Rapudo, Churchill. Bwire left all alone, Bwire. Jason must be new to Bwire's abilities beyond the arc. Opio picked up very aggressively, and Eleman with that strong turn there, almost hitting Churchill with an elbow. Ulinzi Warriors very aggressive now on their guards. Bwire, as you can see on your screen, left open by Jason, and he showed him why he shouldn't be left open despite being a big man for the Warriors. Kisilu back to Tobias. Tobias pick and roll action, no. Kisilu hoists up a 3-point shot. Salim! Just when the Warriors get closer, the Dockers seem not to give them any chance of coming back. Bwire finds Churchill at the corner. Elisha, oh, what a turnover now. Kisilu leading the charge for the Dockers. Churchill comes right straight to Kisilu and bumps him on the back. Kisilu with the range, a very high arcing 3-point shot, and he cashes in from beyond the arc. Eleman at the post with Elisha, size advantage. Eleman turns around, turns once again, turn around. Great footwork by Eleman. Great, fantastic footwork. That deserves a replay. Elisha got lost in the dance by Eleman. Churchill finds Ochieng, rises up for 3, misses Jason. And KPA maintained the possession. What a dance there by Eleman, and Elisha just couldn't keep up. Oh, nice pass by Tobias. Kisilu misses a point-blank layup. And now the Warriors on the attack. Bwire attempts another 3-point shot. This time round he's not lucky. Ochieng collects the rebound. Tobias comes up with a steal now. A fast break attempt and another steal. This time by the Ulinzi Warriors. Ochieng, oh, what a layup, and it rims out. Tobias rejected by the old man Bwire. Now action has picked up. Ochieng sidestep. Ball to Elisha. Fakes. Elisha puts the ball up. And it's a goaltend there by Jason. Elisha put the ball on the glass and Jason was late to the party. A rejection there. Tobias going to the gap, rejected by Buire. And on the other end, Elisha putting the ball on the glass and Jason just hitting the glass, leading to a goaltend. Tobias, this is where Tobias does his magic. Tobias fight for the rebound. Ball stolen. And that marks it for the end of the third quarter. 47-36. KPA Dockers still maintain the double digit. It's 11 points separating the two teams. And the Ulinzi Warriors have upped their aggressiveness on the home team. With 1 quarter now left to play, Ulinzi Warriors need to be extra active and quick to implement whatever they need to keep themselves in the game. Quite some footwork at the post by Jason, with the very long arms of denial on Buire. Some great action between these two teams. Tobias going after it on the floor, tripping Rapudo. We haven't seen much from Branson Zioka yet, but it is in the fourth quarter. It is in the final moments of the game where the boys and the men are separated. Perhaps with the last quarter remaining, this will be the time for Branson Zioka to rise up. There's great footwork there by Eleman at the post. And Elisha just couldn't keep up with that dance. Aminata Samaseku on your screen, Alima Dumbia too. Two great players for the KPA ladies team. And now in the final quarter of the game, this is where it will get most aggressive between these two teams. On the floor for the Dockers, it's Kisilu, Tobias, Buluma, Eleman and Jason, while for the Warriors is Akoi, Buire, Churchill, Elisha and Rapudo. Nice turn in the interior. Eleman using his footwork, but this time round he comes up empty. Akoi to Buire, Churchill at the corner, dribble handoff action at the corner, uses a screen. Churchill finds Akoi, rises up for the three, comes up short. Kisilu with the rebound. What an aggressive take by Churchill. Churchill snatching the ball straight from the hands of Kisilu. But I think he was assessed a foul there because the ball went back to the Dockers. Buluma finds Eleman at the corner. Eleman, strong drive to the paint. Oh, nice footwork again. Elisha. Wow, Elisha's having a hard time with these turnaround jump shots by Eleman, but this time around he was up to the task. At least the ball did drop into the net. Eleman has proven to be quite instrumental this season for the KPA Dockers. The game against Nairobi City Thunder, he became a starter. Last season he suffered an injury that kept him away from the game for a very long time. But now he seems to be back and in full force. So nice turn by Elisha. But he misses on the jump shot. And now Kisilu finds Eleman at the free throw line. Kisilu, no hesitation, misses. Rebound, Rapudo. The Warriors need to keep up the pace now. Time is not on their side. 8 minutes left to play with an 11-point deficit. Kisilu on Rapudo. Too aggressive by Salim Kisilu. Again, Kisilu and Elisha fighting it out at the post. Elisha trying to post up Kisilu, but the Warriors go the other side. Churchill loses Eleman. Nice footwork, but again, just don't get the point. The Ulinzi Warriors. Buluma driving straight. Buluma with a desperate attempt. He felt he was bumped, but the ball still remains live. Buire all the way. Buire misses a point blank layup. Tobias with the rebound. Rapudo. Chaos and pandemonium here. Churchill misses on the dunk there. Does that even qualify to be a dunk? I'm not sure, because Churchill went for the dunk and couldn't keep the ball as Buluma answers with a 3-point shot to make it a 12-point game. Buire to Elisha at the post. Elisha against Kisilu. Elisha fouled once again. Oh, but it's called a traveling violation. It's called on Elisha. And Kisilu seems to have injured his ankle on that defensive play. Gary Kesa checking in for Salim Kisilu for the Dockers. And Ulinzi Warriors are yet to make a substitution. Wekesa picked up by Rapudo. Ball almost taken. Double teamed. Wekesa and a foul. Oh, sorry. A palming violation by Gary Wekesa. Another turnover unforced by the KPA Dockers. As a substitution is made, in comes Washike for Buire for the Ulinzi Warriors. Churchill drives. Churchill all the way. Churchill ball stripped. Ball to the KPA Dockers now. Are still Buluma doubled. Very aggressive at the Ulinzi Warriors. But KPA survive. Wekesa to Eleman. And Gary Wekesa just did not understand the assignment. Everyone except Gary Wekesa knew that the ball should have been lobbed up for dunk. Wekesa not paying attention in class. As Rapudo comes up with 2 points. Nice pass. Rapudo against Tobias. Too small of a body to stop him at the rim, and yet KPA Dockers with another turnover. And Coach Mugabe, having seen enough, brings in Ken Washira for Martin Buluma. Tobias against Akoi. A lot of physicality by Tobias. Akoi forced to the opposite side of the court. Again, Akoi against Tobias. Ball to Washika. Washika. Akoi all alone. Oh, nice drop off to Akoi. Ball to Elisha. Elisha fouled. Wow, how is that not a foul? And a lot of physical play. Tobias forces his way. Tobias trying his magic. Tobias fight for the ball. Eleman. And the ball remains with the Ulinzi Warriors. 6 minutes of physicality have been detected here at the KPA Gymnasium in Makande. Lennox Wanje checks in for Tobias of Diambo. Jason getting ready to check in. Bernard Mfutu quite animated at the sidelines. Washike to Churchill. rises up for three, misses everything. Rebound Washike. No options. Washike finds the ball under 3 seconds violation. Washike taking too long to decide. Washike ran out of options. His teammate failing to bail him out. And Akoi against Wanje. Wanje now trying to lose Akoi. Akoi hot on his trails. Dribble hand of action with Spencer Morel. Jason to Morel. Morel, easy two in the interior. Nice turnaround to put the ball on the glass. Rapudo against Washira. Washira left on the ground. Rapudo finds Elisha at the opposite side. Akoi misses the 3-point shot. Wanje ahead of the pack. Wanje loses the ball. Wanje trying to sell the foul there. See on the rebound. Nice turn by Morel, having great position in the interior. No need for extra dribble there by Spencer Morel. Morel trying to seal Elisha at the paint. Wekesa picked up by Churchill. Wekesa hounded like a oh, the game has gotten extra physical now. The end of your screen, you can see the KPA Superfan very rated by the referees, and now Wekesa tries to answer back with a hard foul on Akoi. 4 minutes, 51 left to play. Wekesa had enough of the referees ignoring him. And now he's trying to send a message to the referees. There's 4 minutes of physicality. But still the KPA Dockers leading by a dozen. And Akoi doesn't make better of the situation for his team. A chance to redeem himself from the charity stripe. And he makes good of the second free throw. 52-41 the scores. 4 minutes left to play. Jason finds Washira. Washira to Wekesa. Wekesa hounded. Wekesa fouled by Churchill. Extra aggressive Churchill Odhiambo. And the ball remains with the Dockers. And Buluma checks in for Ken Washira. Sorry, for Gary Wekesa. Wekesa is having a very tumultuous fourth quarter. And another foul called. A foul on Akoi. And Akoi making his case with the referee, saying that Morel is setting up illegal screens. But with this kind of physicality, certain things will have to be ignored. Wanje attempts a three, but Jason taps it in. A missed 3-point shot by Wanje. It's saved by Elisha, who's going for the putback there, and is fouled by Jason, who was out of position. See there, the 3-point attempt by Wanje. Actually, it's Morel who tapped in the ball. Those 2 points should go to Spencer Morel. Elisha sinks the first free throw for the Warriors. A 12-point deficit between the two. It's still 4 minutes of action left to play. Wanje, ball to Buluma. Oh, nice pass to Jason, who couldn't handle it, but it went straight to the hands of Washira. Now the Warriors on the charge. Elisha taking his sweet time. Ball to Akoi. Akoi fakes, drives. Akoi to Elisha. Mid-range. Akoi. Elisha with the long two. An assist from Akoi. And now it's a 10-point game. Still a lot of time to decide. The traveling violation by Ken Washira. Ken Washira seems to be struggling in his new team, the KPA Dockers. Rapudo drives, finds Elisha at on the right side, but Elisha comes up short on the three-point attempt. Buluma passes to Jason. Jason to his point guard now. Wanje puts up to Jason, who misses the dunk attempt. In the fight for the rebound. What a nice lob by Lennox to Jason, but the connection was incomplete. That would have made a great highlight for the new player, for the KPA Dockers, a new signing, a new big man to protect the paint and to tower the skies of Mombasa. Nice pass to Elisha, and another mid-range shot sunk by Elisha. It's about time. There's a lot of activity on the coaches there. Morel rocks the rim. Elisha kicks the ball to Ashike. Rapudo loses his defender to Elisha once again. Mid-range. Elisha misses this time around now. The Dockers are ahead with the rebound. Wanje ahead of the park, calling for the ball, and Opio. Ball stolen by Rapudo. Ball to Washike. Washike to Nzioka Brands with the 2 points. Fouled by Spencer Morel. Substitution. Derek Ocheng checks in for Elvis Akoi. Branson Nzioka heads to the charity stripe, and Spencer Morel making enemies with the rim there as he rocks it on the dunk. Nzioka sinks his free throw. And it's now a 7-point game with 2 minutes left to play. Tobias to Morel. Morel, the series of moves leading to nowhere, and an off ball. It's 3 seconds violation actually called on Jason. And the turnover on the KPA Dockers. Kisilu ready to check in, and Jason frustrated with his coach's decision to take him out. Coach Robert Mugabe leaving no hostages. A turnover just might send you to the bench. What a careless throw by the Warriors, but they get the ball back. Washike finds Ochieng. Rapudo at the corner. Rapudo misses. Rebound Elisha against Morel. Washike mid-range misses. A fight for the rebound on the ball pass to Tobias under very difficult circumstances. And Buluma and Nzioka getting after it. It's still not clear on the decisions by the referee. Branson Zioka is called for a holding foul and a sportsmanlike foul on Martin Buluma. And also Coach Robert Mugabe has been assessed with a technical foul. So an unsportsmanlike foul on Martin Buluma and a technical foul on Coach Robert Mugabe. Buluma, I believe, threw a punch to Nzioka after Nzioka fouled him. And now the anger by the Dockers is costing them 3 free throws and an extra possession by the Ulinzi Warriors. The first free throw is good to make it a 6-point game. Ulinzi Warriors are slowly chipped into the lead by the Dockers. Nzioka once again at the charity stripe. Nzioka misses on that attempt. Now, on his final attempt, Branson Zioka sinks the free throw. It's now a 5-point game with a minute 39 seconds left to play. Akoi checks back in for Derrick Ochieng. The dying stages of the game require high mental toughness, a high level of focus, and exemplary execution. Rapudo picked up by Wanje. Elisha and Kisilo fighting for position at the post. Rapudo against Wanje. Rapudo hoists up a desperation 3. What a poorly advised shot there by Rapudo. Morel with Washike at the post now. Washike on an island with Spencer Morel. Tobias loses Rapudo. Tobias fouled hard by Washike. And Tobias earns his trip to the charity stripe. Lennox Wanje tries to cool down his teammate. Tobias misses on the first free throw. A minute 13 left to play. 5 points separating the two teams. Tobias a chance to make it 6 points. No missed free throw attempt by Tobias. It's still 5 points separating the two teams with a slightly over a minute left to play. Ball to Washike. Elisha has a size mismatch with Tobias. Elisha turns around, puts the post shot a bit too high, and Nzioka misses a point-blank layup. These are the opportunities that they will think about. Morel going for the dunk, but it's fouled hard by Churchill. Spencer Morel was going for the kill, but Churchill will not let him have his moment. Morel misses on the first free throw. 47 seconds left to play. Still 5 points separating the two teams. Coach Bernard Mufutu already asking for a timeout in case the ball drops. Missed rebound by Buluma. Wanje to Tobias, to Wanje. Now they're playing to kill time, and an unsportsmanlike foul called on Churchill. And I'm not sure why that deserves an unsportsmanlike foul. Oh. Churchill trying to apply football tactics on the basketball court, using any means necessary to stop Martin Buluma. But that will cost the Ulinzi Warriors an extra possession, as Buluma will head to the free throw line and get the extra possession. .39 seconds with 5 points separating the two teams. Still in basketball with timeouts to be considered. This is enough time to erase a 5-point lead if the Ulinzi Warriors get lucky. And Churchill has fouled out. Yeah, Churchill has had enough fouls. Now it's time to watch from the sidelines. Buluma misses the first free throw attempt. And makes it a 6-point game. Still possession KPA Dockers. And Coach Mugabe calls a timeout for the Dockers. Time to execute a play to put them even further from the reach of the Warriors. .39 seconds left to play. Ulinzi Warriors trailing by 6 points. KPA with the ball. Ball to Tobias. Deep in the paint. Tobias loses handle and a turnover by the KPA Dockers. That's a great defensive play by the Ulinzi Warriors to force a turnover. And Mufutu calls a timeout. Time to execute on the other end. 38 seconds left to play still. Ulinzi Warriors with a chance to cut into the lead by the Dockers. It's been quite a physical game in the fourth quarter. Now closing time. The Warriors need to execute perfectly on this possession to have a chance at this game. Washike receiving the ball. Time to execute quickly. Washike. And Shike almost throwing the ball away. And Wanja comes up with a steal. Ball to Kisilu. Kisilu stops the ball. Ball to Buluma. To Tobias. Buluma hounded and Buluma fouled and misses. What a turnover by the Ulinzi Warriors. Buluma misses the free throw. 20 seconds left. 6 points separating the two teams. Substitutions in order for the Warriors. Brian Odhiambo checks in for Ulinzi Warriors. Buluma misses on the second round. Rebound Odhiambo. A race against time. Ball to Akoi. Akoi throws the ball back. Kisilu intercepts. And 15 seconds still on the clock. With still 6 points separating. The Ulinzi Warriors should be looking for a very quick basket. And if possible, a 3-point shot to keep them alive. Ball to Elisha, trapped. Akoi rises up, long 3-point shot. Akoi gets it back. Odhiambo, another 3-point attempt, missed. And Morel secures the rebound. Ball to Kisilu. And Kisilu just throws the ball up. As the KPA Dockers secure their home floor. Ulinzi just couldn't complete their comeback. And the Dockers secure their home floor. It's been quite physical in the fourth quarter. Warriors using any and every tactic to get back into the game. But the KPA Dockers answered in kind. It's been quite a battle between these two rivals. And now, for the first leg, the KPA will maintain their bragging rights. It's been quite the afternoon. Thank you for being with Kosiri Sports. I'm yours truly, Philip Ogada. And we hope to see you in more streams to come in future. God bless you. And God bless the good country of Kenya.